All right, guys, so we're back with another update hour. We have been away doing a lot of stuff like Terathon for a minute. Do got to update on some stuff worldwide, and so let's catch up on a couple things for this hour. This one is President Trump signs an executive order to create a 2028 Olympic task force. I
Yes.
don't know.
And thank you all for being here as we take a major step to ensure the United States is fully prepared to welcome the world to Los Angeles for the 2028 Summer Olympic Games. Very exciting day in my life when we got nominated and we ultimately got it. And I didn't think I'd be here for the games in this capacity, but it worked out that way. So I'm very happy about that. Had no idea that was going to happen. When we got it, I said, it's too bad I won't be president then, but sort of we took a very circuitous route, didn't we? In my first term, we were instrumental in helping the city of Los Angeles win the bid to bring the Olympic torch back to American soil, and today I will sign an executive order establishing the White House Task Force on the 2028 Summer Olympics, mobilizing the entire federal government to ensure the games are safe, seamless, and historically successful. It's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be amazing. America is a nation of champions, and in July 2028, we'll show the world what America does best, and that's win. We're winning like we have never won before. You see that all the time. A year ago, we were not a country that was doing well, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. I want to recognize several members of the task force, including our great Vice President, J.D. Vance. J.D., thank you very much. Thank you. Our equally great Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Pam, thank you very much, Pam. Secretary of Homeland Security, Christy Kerr. Christy Kerr. Do you know who Christy Kerr is? She's a friend of my great golfer. Christy, no, she's a better golfer than you. That's the only thing, but you're better at a lot of other things. But I want to thank you for being here, for doing an unbelievable job, really an unbelievable job. FCC Chairman, Brendan Carr. Brendan, thank you. Thank you, Brendan. Did a great job. White House Chief of Staff, Susie Wiles, most powerful woman anywhere in the world. She's rated the most powerful woman in the world, and I agree with that. And Deputy Chiefs of Staff, Stephen Miller. Stephen, thank you. What happened to Stephen? We never want to miss Stephen. He's an MVP candidate. Dan Scavino, another MVP.
What's good,
James
everybody?
Blair,
Welcome in.
Taylor
We're just getting
Budovich,
started.
and Nick Luna. Thank you all. Great group of people. They're going to be very much involved. I also am grateful to be joined by two of Team USA's strongest and fastest competitors, retired gold medalist and gymnast, and member of the LA 28 Athletes Council, Nastasha Lukin. Nastasha? How are you, Nastasha? Good. I don't know you, but I've watched you. You're very talented. I would not want to do what you do. This is much easier, believe me. It's incredible what you've done, along with retired gold medal Paralympian swimmer and board member of the U.S. Olympic Committee, Brad Snyder. Brad, thank you very much, Brad. It's a great honor. Thank you. Chairman of the 2028 Olympic Games, Casey Wasserman.
Do you guys think the U.S. has a chance in this year's Olympics? Let me know in the chat.
Casey, great job. It's going to be amazing. LA's a little bit different place than it was when selected, but we're going to bring it back stronger than ever. I spoke to Casey about that. He said, nope, we're going to make it better than ever. It's going to be something that's going to make it even more important as a Olympic Games. It was an interesting conversation we had as the fires were raging. Is that right? And I appreciated that very much. And CEO Reynold Hoover. Reynold, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great honor. I also want to welcome the chair of the U.S. Olympic Committee, Gene Sykes. Gene, thank you. Thank you, Gene, very much. And thank him for recently banning men from competing in women's sports. That's a big deal. Thank you very much. It's amazing the way I don't hear any applause for that when everyone feels it.
Trump's so funny, bro. He knows how to get an audience
don't worry about you. That's a 97-3. It's not 80-20. It's 97-3.
I'll give him that. That's
but
so
nobody
funny.
wants to clap. It's crazy. The United States will not let men steal trophies from women at the 2028 Olympics, so we appreciate the fairness and everything else that you've shown. Also, with us today is LA 28 board member Reince Priebus and also Kevin McCarthy. I want to thank Kevin McCarthy and Reince. Thank you, Reince. And thank you, Kevin. And the LA Olympics is shaping up to be a wonderful moment for America. It's going to be incredible. It's so exciting. And with today's action, I'm directing the Department of State, the Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, the Secret Service, the Department of Transportation, and many other departments and agencies to use every tool at their disposal to ensure a fantastic, safe, and beautiful event. In 2028, the Olympics is bringing back our national pastime, baseball. Wow, that's great. With teams
Wow,
playing
that's
under
great.
the lights at the legendary Dodger Stadium, and it is legendary. It's beautiful, one of the most beautiful. Squash players will go
gotta
head-to-head
start-
inside the
Chad, I gotta start
world-famous
getting my
Universal
impressions ready for
Studios.
my Trump stream.
Triathletes will sprint beneath the sun.
Make sure you sub up. You're not gonna
shining
wanna miss
down
when I
on
dress as Trump.
Venice Beach. This will be one of the great venues. I mean, when you think of it, right? It's going to be so incredible. Soccer teams will face off
thought he
at
was
the
about to say
legendary Rose
Socrates.
Bowl. Sailors will
Like
race
what?
through the waters near the port of Los Angeles, and the opening ceremony will take place at the beautiful Memorial Coliseum, just like the Olympics of 1932 and 1984. That was something. Those were very important Olympics.
All right, chat, we're gonna play
1932
my
was a
favorite
very
game.
important Olympics, wasn't it? Huh? For 8 straight consecutive summer games, no
Smoke
one has won more medals than
and
Team
try to
USA,
understand
which is
Donald Trump's
incredible.
word
We want
salad.
to keep it that way. Over the years, Team USA has won triple the number of summer Olympic gold medals as the next closest country, and I'm confident that that's going to continue in 2028. That's an amazing achievement, by the way. Between the LA Olympics and the FIFA World Cup next year, we have the World Cup and we have the Olympics, got them both. It's a great time to be a sports fan in America, and maybe, you know, I don't want to say most importantly, but it is a celebration of 250 years. We have our 250th
What's good,
anniversary,
BSW? Welcome in.
also during the year, and it's going to be between the three of them. I think there'll be no other time that we've ever had in our history like that. So I'd like to ask the LA Olympics chairman, Casey Wasserman, to say a few words, and I appreciate it very much, Casey. Great job you've done. Thank you.
USA is going to be hosting the Olympics. Who else going to go? Chad, you want to go watch
Thank
the
you,
Olympics
Mr. President.
live?
Your support
I go?
And the entire administration's support through this whole process has been truly extraordinary. In just 1,074 days, yes, we're counting, sir, the eyes of the world will be on this country as we open the 2028 Olympics. And it feels just like yesterday, and you were just president-elect in December of 2016, that you leaned into this process back then. And you've been supportive and helpful every step of the way, and we wouldn't be here without you, so we greatly appreciate all your support.
Thank you.
Our games plan is near final. We've announced a competition schedule. Some of the greatest brands in America have stepped up to support these Olympic Games as commercial partners. And now with the creation of this task force, we've unlocked the opportunity to level up our planning and deliver the
Why has
largest
there gotta be a
and
task
yes,
force
greatest
for
games
everything?
for our nation ever. We expect more than 150 heads of state will come to the games.
Oh, 'cause
we'll
that's
host
why.
approximately
That's why.
11,000 Olympic and 4,500 Paralympic athletes. They'll participate in
Who
800
would attack
competitions
the-
at 49 competition venues.
The Olympics games.
This will be the
dude.
equivalent
that would
of
be
producing
messed up.
7 Super Bowls a day, sir, for 30 days. But we are now focused more than ever on delivery, and we can't do this alone. I want to thank President Trump and the entire administration for their support.
What if
and
we
their
chose
partnership
world leaders
as we
based
work
off
to
Olympic
bring
results?
These games home. These will be truly America's games.
Would you guys like
We
that, chat?
expect millions of fans from around the country
That's what they did in the old
to
days.
participate and attend events. And for the first
Whoever
time
had
in
the
history,
fastest and
we're
strongest
going
was
to
the
take the
leaders.
Olympic torch relay to all 50 states.
Not whoever had the biggest missiles.
The most states it's ever gone to is 38. But in 2028, we will touch all 50 states. And, sir, if you'd like to run on Park Avenue again to revisit history, you're more than welcome. And we're thrilled.
Yeah,
But
whoever
this
has the most
administration
gold
has
medals
delivered
is the world leader.
critical security
That's what we'll
funding
say.
in the recent bill that will be used by local and state agencies and the federal government to make sure that our games are safe and secure and ultimately the best place to experience and be an Olympic fan. We remain incredibly confident in our ability to deliver the greatest games ever, and that starts with the support of this administration every step of the way. Thank you, sir.
Who has the eyes of a lizard? The guy that's just now talking? Chad, don't start. Don't start with the lizard people.
So we don't have trophies in the Olympic movement, but as you know, 1984 hosted the Olympics in Los Angeles, and someone we admire, President Reagan, both of us,
can't have
presided
none of
over
that.
those, and you will preside over our games. So we have for you
An Olympic
a full
trophy?
set of the 84 original medals.
You heard everyone in the crowd go, wow. It was Owen Wilson. Wow.
Can I say that I won them athletically?
Yes, sir.
That would be a great honor.
No, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yep.
Okay, come on around, everybody.
Is it signing time already?
Big one here.
Wow. What big fancy pen. I bet guys, chat, take your bets now. Is he going to mention a joke about the auto pen? Is he going to go, this is not an auto pen. This is the real pen. It's a scandal. If he does that, I'll cry.
Photo pen.
I knew it. I knew it, chat. I knew it, chat. I'm gonna, All right, signed an executive order for a Olympic task force. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, everybody's got questions. Okay. Let's lock in, chat. Mr. President. Mr. President. Holy.
Against any men that are posing as women.
Excuse me. No, he called on me, but thank
Go
you.
ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Do you still plan to follow through on your threat to impose 100% tariffs on all
They got
countries
tense.
that purchase Russian energy,
I got
including
tense
China?
for a second.
Well, I never said a percentage, but we'll be doing quite a bit of that. We'll see what happens over the next fairly short period of time. But we'll see what happens. Yep. You know, they have a meeting tomorrow. We have a meeting with Russia tomorrow. We're going to see what happens. We'll make that determination at that time.
Bro, I'm telling you guys, he
Yeah,
does
please,
it
go
every
ahead.
time. Every time he touches a piece of paper with a pen, he looks at
Follow me.
whoever's in the room and goes, this is not an
Thank
auto
you, Mr.
pen.
President. On Ukraine, President Zelensky just signed a law allowing for citizens aged 60 and above to serve in the military. We've seen dozens of videos of young men being hauled into vans and dragged to the front lines against their will. And we've even seen videos of a young man with Down syndrome serving on the front line. When you campaigned, you said you
Where's
wanted
it?
to see
Wait,
the people stop
here
dying.
in America?
A lot of people admired that
Or
statement.
other places?
Now the people dying are elderly, mentally handicapped.
Who's doing
and,
this?
conscripts. So even if a ceasefire doesn't work out,
Oh, Russia.
why should
Russia and
Americans
Ukraine, okay.
continue to fund a foreign military that's scraping the bottom of the barrel of its population like this?
Well, you have to
Good
understand very
question, Mark.
importantly, this is Biden's war. This is not my war. I'm here to get us out of it. It's a mess,
Immediately throw the blame to someone else. Let's go. But we're the savior.
and I'm here to get
Keep
it
that in mind.
get us
Hold
out.
on.
I haven't heard that when you say about 60-year-old men and et cetera. But
I haven't heard that either. That's
this is Biden's
wild
war,
accusations.
And we're working very hard to get
I'd
us
have
out.
to see a
I stopped
picture.
5 wars.
He's
in
on
the
TikTok
last
too much.
5 months actually, and I'd like this to be the 6th, frankly. And that doesn't even include Iran with obliterating their nuclear haul, because they would have had to just. Take a look at the ones just over the last 2 or 3 months. It's been amazing. This is the one I'm trying to stop. This is the one we're working hardest on. The other ones I stopped within a matter of days, almost every one of them, including India and Pakistan. And I could go over the whole list, but you know the list as well as I do. But this is the one
That's
we'd
not
like
the
to
list
see.
chat wants to
I
hear,
haven't
though.
not heard that, but this
Chat
is
wants a
Biden's
different
war.
list.
And it's a war that he got us into, or indirectly got us into. It should have never happened. It would have never happened had I been president. Yeah, next to you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Would you support Israel reoccupying all of Gaza, as has been suggested by some Israeli officials?
Well, I don't know what the suggestion is. I know that we are there now trying to get people fed. As you know, $60 million was given by the United States fairly recently to supply food and a lot of food, frankly, for the people of Gaza that are obviously not doing too well with the food. And I know Israel's going to help us with that in terms of distribution and also money. We also have the Arab states are going to help us with that in terms of the money and possibly distribution. So that's what I'm focused on. As far as the rest of it, I really can't say. That's going to be pretty much up to Israel. Yeah, please. Go ahead, please.
Chat, remember, the
Thank you.
game
On
is
transgender
finish
athletes
this
in the
and,
Olympics, back to the
keep
safety,
locked in,
especially
understand
female
everything
combat
that comes out of Trump's
boxers.
mouth. That's what we're
Will
trying
the
to do.
Department of
It's
Justice
hard
considering
sometimes. I know
pressing
it's
charges
hard.
against any man that tries to masquerade as a
fun.
woman coming into this country to beat up American
Oh, they let her
athletes?
get a question
and
anyway.
secondly, would your administration consider genetic testing so that these people can
Bro,
prove
make
that they're
your
actually
bed.
women
It's just going to
competing?
get dirty again.
Well, I think there is going to be a very strong form
I mean,
of
it's just
testing.
the
as far
covers.
as,
It's like nothing
charges.
happened,
I'd
you know
have
what I
to
mean?
ask the Attorney General
covers are
about
gonna
that.
get
I
messed
don't
up
know, but
again.
there will be a very, very strong form of testing.
make
and
your
if,
bed.
The test doesn't come out appropriately, they won't be in the Olympics. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, please. White.
Thank you. Mr. President, do you believe that the U.S. committee would have made this decision on men and women's sports if you weren't president? And do you believe that this decision will stay in place once you are no longer president?
I think they probably would have, because it just seems to be an issue that most people feel should be. I can't really say. I'd have to. You could have asked Chairman Wasserman, but I would say that there's a possibility. It could go either way if you really want to know the truth. I feel strongly about it. I have. I ran a campaign. At least partially
Giuliano,
on that.
thank you
That
for the
was one
sub
of the
on
many
YouTube.
issues
Welcome
that I
in.
talked about open borders, the economy, taxes, all of the things. But that was certainly one of the issues. So I really can't. I really don't know. Could have gone
Guys.
either way. Please.
Have you
I'm
decided
giving
on a
everyone in
replacement
this
for the
stream
Fed
right now
governor?
1,000 loyalty points. Get ready to
For
gamble
Fed
your
governor?
loyalty points away.
I'll be making that decision before the end of the week, and we'll either decide on one for permanence or the 4-month period, the term. There's a term of about a number of months. We have a couple of candidates. I mean, everybody wants it, okay? It's not a couple, but we've narrowed it to a couple of candidates. And we've also, we're looking at the Fed chair, and that's down to 4 people.
Everybody just got
right now.
1,000 loyalty points if you're in the stream
Very
right
good.
now. You can do
Well, I
exclamation
can
point
tell you, 'cause I've
gamble and
already
gamble
said
it away
there's
if you
two
want.
Kevins and 2 other people.
Have fun.
Okay? Brian?
Thank you, Mr. President. This has to do with the safety aspect of the Olympics. What can you do as a president to ensure that Southern California, the greater Los Angeles area, is safe from any fire danger, that the state clears away brush in state parks, the reason why this last fire happened in Pacific Palisades? What can you ensure for that?
Well, as you know, Brian, we have. I've been fighting with them for a long time about allowing the water to come down from the Pacific Northwest,
Welcome in, everyone new.
essentially. And we actually opened up that water pretty strongly. We got a lot of opposition from the governor, and we opened it up anyway, and the water's coming down.
Yo,
we
Doug,
opened
welcome in.
further.
Thank
They
you
have
for
a
the
lot of
sub on
water.
YouTube,
They
my
send
man.
it out into the Pacific Ocean in order to protect the smelt. It's a little tiny fish that's not doing very well, especially when they don't have water. They really do badly, okay? But it's a fish, environmentally protected, even though it's in many other areas. I think they just use that as an excuse to smelt. You'll check that out. But I think it's just an excuse. They've got to allow full water, and they're working with Lee Zeldin is really helping
the
us
first
a
one I
lot,
see
but,
lost.
They've got to
There goes
allow
100
a full
points.
complement of water to come down from the Pacific Northwest. There is so much water. If Gavin Newsom let the water come down, see the way I pronounced his name properly for a change.
Gavin Newsom.
If this guy allowed the water to come down from the Pacific Northwest, they have so much water they don't know what to do with it. All of those sprinklers would have gone on. All of those people with those beautiful houses with sprinklers in the ceilings and with the water, the fire pumps outside, all that water. They didn't have any water because they wouldn't let the water come down. There's so much water there. At first, when I got involved with this issue in my first term, I said to the congressman, they took me up because they wanted to show me the fields where they could farm 10 times more product. You'd see 100 acres, and you'd see 1 acre or 2 acres, beautiful green. It's very vibrant soil, but they don't give it the water that it's entitled to. And I said, "Oh, they have a drought?" I said, "No." They told me we don't have a drought. They don't. The Democrats don't allow the water to come down into the farms and into anywhere. By the time it gets down, even into certain parts of California, it's fed out stupidly into the Pacific Ocean. if that water were allowed. So we broke into it and we allowed it to come down, and it come down at a higher level. And we want that, and we're demanding that of the governor. The other thing is, we'll do anything necessary to keep the Olympics safe, including using our.
I mean, that
National
makes
Guard
sense. We were going to
or
do that
military.
anyway.
Okay.
Because it's like,
No,
it's
I'll
people
use-
from all
I'll
over the
use-
world.
I will use the National Guard or military. This is going to be so safe.
We should be doing that
and
anyway.
if we have to, because obviously you have a mayor that is not very competent. She can't get the permits for the people. You know, the people are still
Whoa.
waiting for their permits. Lee Zeldin got them the federal permit,
did hear
which
about
is
that,
10
though.
times harder to get. And everybody can build on the federal basis, and that's the hard one. But the mayor, Bass, she refuses to or cannot get them permits. They're waiting. And I was there right after the fires, and I saw all these beautiful people standing by their homes ready to get in and get to work. And they're waiting for their permits, and they're still waiting for their state permits and city permits. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Red dress, yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
India says that the
Every
U.S.
time a girl
imports
wears a red
Russian
dress,
uranium,
that's what he
chemicals,
calls her.
fertilizers, while criticizing their energy imports. Your
You,
response to
red
that,
dress,
sir?
I don't
speak
know
to me.
anything about
You're my
it. I'd have
favorite.
to check, but we'll get back to you on that. Yeah, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Have you seen the Hamas released
No one
video
else
of
he
Israeli
describes.
hostage Avitar David starving and being forced to dig his own grave in a Hamas tunnel?
I have, yeah. I have.
Reaction.
I think it's horrible. I think it's horrible. And I hope a lot of people do get to see it as bad as it is, because I think it's a horrible thing. Yeah, behind you, please.
Mr. President,
Yes.
You look like
Can you
Juicy.
speak to
At least
just,
you guys aren't
how,
saying I'm Tim
this
Pool
drop
today.
off in foreign-born workers is going to benefit Americans, and will it force American companies to pay fairer wages to American workers?
Well, we want to take care of our American workers, and first and foremost.
Everybody,
and
make sure you
that's what
double
we're
tap your
doing.
screens.
We also want to help our farmers, because our farmers are
Let's get the
producing like
homies
never
in.
before. We have to help them. And we're working out some very complicated strategies and language, but the main thing that
I've lost
I think
what he's saying.
I was
What are we
elected to
doing?
do is to get the illegals out of our country, who are
Yeah, okay,
especially
back
in
on this.
particular criminals. 11,888 murderers were allowed into our country with Biden's open border policy, with our border czar, who never spoke to the Border Patrol, never went to the border one time. That's Kamala. And think of it, we have murderers.
We're
We have
talking
people
about
coming
border
in
and
from all
deportation now,
countries
even
all
though
over the
Obama
world, from
passed you in
prisons,
that?
From prisons in the Congo and Africa, from prisons
Paul,
all
thank you for
over
the
South
sub on
America,
YouTube.
all
And
over
other Paul,
rough
thank you for the
parts of
sub on
Europe,
YouTube. And
all
Joni
over
Taylor,
Asia.
thank you for the sub
They're
on
pouring
YouTube.
into our
Welcome
country.
in,
Not
y'all.
anymore. So we just announced we had our third
Two Pauls at the
consecutive
same
month
time.
where we were rated 0 people, and these are frankly very liberal people that make up these charts. So I don't know what's wrong with them. They seem to not be doing their job for the Democrats. But I'm honored by the fact that they say it. We're very tough on the border, and people can come into our country, but they have to come in legally. So I think that we've done an amazing job, actually. But we have to get
Lies?
the criminals out of
Who's
our
lying,
country.
him or me?
Murderers, drug
Obama
dealers,
deported
gang
more people than
members.
Trump did.
They emptied
I don't know if you guys
prisons
knew that or
into our
not.
country. It's one of the reasons, I think, even beyond the economy, it's one of the reasons I got
Look it
elected.
up.
It's really maybe the number one. I was between
King
the
and
economy
David,
and
thank you
that.
for the subs on YouTube. Welcome in.
But, as I said before, our nation is doing really well, but we have to get these really bad people. They should have never been allowed in our country. Open border policy is for fools. We're the only country in the world with an open borders policy.
Yeah,
But
he
we
will
don't
talk
have
about
that
the hate on
anymore. We had
windmills, I
0
bet.
now for 3 months in a row.
Windmills
Peter?
will come up.
Much, President Trump. Nice to see you got off the roof all right.
Yeah, yeah.
You said this morning that you probably won't be running for a third term. This weekend, Secretary of State Rubio said that he thought J.D. Vance would be a great nominee. You could clear the entire Republican field right now. Do you agree that the heir apparent to MAGA is J.D. Vance?
Well, I think most likely, in all fairness,
good
he's the vice
question.
president. I think Marco is also somebody that maybe would get together with J.D. in some form. I also think
Marco
we have
and
incredible
JD?
people, some of the people on the stage right here. So it's too early, obviously, to talk about it, but certainly he's doing a great job, and he would be probably favored at this point.
If Texas redrawing their congressional map
Right.
would get you 5 safe red seats, means that California,
3
New
mil
York,
by Obama?
Illinois, and
Yeah, it's
Maryland
something like
are all
that.
going to redraw their maps to add safe.
Well, they'll
Trump
do
will
it
deport
anyway.
more
Is it
soon.
worth it?
We'll see.
Yeah, they'll do it
Probably.
anyway. Boy, if we stop over there, they would have done
Kevin,
it
thank you for
anyway.
the sub on YouTube.
Look,
Welcome
a
in.
lot of these states, you know, I watched this morning as Democrats are complaining, and they're complaining from states where they've done it, like in Illinois, like in Massachusetts. I watched this lunatic, Pocahontas. She's a total lunatic. I don't know what she's on. She's all
What?
jumping up and down.
Yo,
like I've never
Pocahontas
seen
was
anything like
golden,
it.
bro.
Talking
He's hating on our
about,
childhood?
supporting the communist mayor. And he's not a socialist.
Wait,
He's
is
a
that a
communist,
person, or are we
okay?
talking
This
about the
is
Disney
not a
movie?
socialist, man. This is a communist. If you look at any of his policies and go back 6 months, you don't even have to go back further than that. So they want to put a communist in New York. Now, the good news is we have a lot of power over that because we're the ones with the money. We send the money. We don't send the money. It's up to the White House. A lot of power in the White House. But when I watched her jumping up and down, talking about that and supporting the communists, but if you look at what's going on with the redistricting or whatever you want to call it, the Democrats have done it long before we started. They've done it all over the place. They did it in New York. They did it in a lot of different states. But in Massachusetts, so somebody used this as an example today. I was interviewed this morning, and they said, you know, it's pretty unfair. Trump got 40%. I'm not proud of that, but I think I probably got more, but that's okay. I got 40% in Massachusetts, and yet they have 100%
right, chat.
of the vote in terms of
The
Congress.
next round
So there's no
of loyalty
Republican,
points are
there's no
going out.
anything.
Feel free to gamble
So
them away.
I think
You will
we
be
should
able to
have
use these in the
40%.
shop
You know
soon.
why? They redistricted. And they've done it all over the place.
Giving
and
1,000
they've done
loyalty
it in California,
points
by the way. Before this, they've done it
to
in
everyone
California.
who's here in the
So we'll see
stream.
what happens. We have a wonderful governor in Texas. He feels strongly about it. It's
Hold on,
going to
I'll
be
call
up to
those
him.
out in just a sec. Let me
I
give you
think
guys
there's
some loyalty
tremendous
points.
support for it. And, you know,
I'm start calling them
we've
Tera
watched
tokens.
the Democrats
Yes, sir.
destroy
All right, everybody
our
just got
country in
1,000.
4
You
years.
can
They've
gamble
destroyed
them.
between
Michael,
their open
Redneck,
borders that
Green
we
Waves.
talked
Thank you for
about,
the subs on YouTube. Welcome in.
transgender for everybody, all of the horrible things that they've done. High taxes.
Green Waves for Christ
horrible
is my new
medical provision for
fact
people.
checker.
We've watched them destroy
You gamble
our
like this,
country
guys.
for 4 years, and people don't want that. And people in Texas, as you saw, I got the highest vote in the history of Texas. I love Texas. Texas likes me, obviously. But I got the highest vote, and that was checked out on the show. Did you see that, where they checked it out? They said he actually did get the highest vote in the history of Texas, which disappointed them. They were very disappointed to hear that. But Texas is a place that's done very well with a free
South
enterprise
Park has
kind
always
of
done
an
political
attitude, with
commentation,
the exact
and it's
opposite
funny.
of what's happening in New York with a communist mayor. And they know what they're doing, and they're doing the right thing. Yeah.
It's funny. It's comical.
Mr. President, thank you. Texas Senator John Cornyn is asking for your help to force Democrats back to the state and hold them accountable. Do you want the federal government and the FBI to help locate and arrest these Texas
NYNY
Democrats
and
who
El
left the
Papu.
state?
Thank you for the
Well, I
subs
think
on
they've
YouTube.
abandoned
Welcome
the
in.
state. Nobody's seen anything like it, even though they've done it twice before. And in a certain way, it almost looks like they've abandoned the state. It looks very bad. Yeah, go ahead, please.
FBI get involved? Should the FBI get involved?
Well, they may have to. They may have to. No, I know they want him back. Not only the Attorney General, the governor wants him back. If you look, I mean, the governor of Texas is
Everybody make sure to
demanding they
double
come
tap
back.
your
So
screens. Let's
a lot
get
of
as many
people
people in here
are
as we
demanding they come
can.
back.
These questions are
You can't
priceless.
just sit it out. You have to go back. You have to fight it out. That's what elections are all about. Yeah, please.
Thank you so much, President Trump. 2 questions for you. One, were you aware of and did you personally approve the prison transfer for Ghislaine
I knew
Maxwell
somebody was going
that
to say
your
something
Justice
about Tim
Department-
I
Pool.
didn't know about it at all. No,
I'm not
I read about
a
it just
tiny,
like you
tiny
did.
Tim Pool. Tiny Tim
It's
Pool.
not a very uncommon thing.
That's a new one,
Do you
though.
believe
Thank
that
you.
she's credible to be listening to? Your Deputy
Question mark?
Attorney General sat down with her recently.
Well, let
Hold
me
up.
tell you, he's a very talented man. His name is Todd Blanche. He's a very legitimate person, very high. I just a very
Who's high?
highly thought of person, respected by everybody. And I didn't talk to him about it, but I will tell you that whatever he
Yo,
asks will
Miss
be totally
Allie.
appropriate, and
I
it's
can
not
spot
an
your name
uncommon
out
thing to do
anywhere.
that. And I think he probably
He
wants to make sure
always
that,
deflects.
people
Deflect
that
king here.
should not be involved or aren't involved are not hurt by something that would be very, very unfortunate, very unfair to a lot of people. But I will say this, Todd Blanche is one of the most highly respected people you'll ever meet. So I know this. I didn't discuss it with him,
Todd
but
Blanc.
anything he talked about with her or the fact that he did that, not unusual, number one, and most importantly is something that would be totally above board. Please. Yeah, please go ahead.
Todd Blanc.
Thanks, Mr. President. Mr. President, how much more would you like Doge to cut from the federal government?
Well, it's not so much Doge anymore. And by the way, I have to say that somebody from Doge was very badly hurt last night. You saw that. A young man who was beat up by a bunch of thugs in D.C.
I did not see
and either
that.
they're going to straighten their act out in the terms of government and in terms of protection, or we're going to have to federalize and run it the way it's supposed to be run. But it's not a question of Doge. We have great people, secretaries and all, working with Doge and cutting with I said with a scalpel as opposed with an axe. They're cutting with a fine-tooth comb, and they're getting rid of people that aren't doing their job, or bad people, or bad things, bad policy, et cetera, et
Let's
cetera.
tap back in. I got to
And I think we've been
refocus.
very successful in that. And there's more cutting to do, but there's also more getting. We want smart people in government. Our country is doing great. I think we are doing probably, maybe in many ways, better than we've ever done before. You know, we're taking in trillions, not billions, trillions and trillions of dollars from other countries who, for years, took advantage of us. They took advantage of the United States like we were children, and that's not happening anymore. Now they're paying a lot of money, and they're
not
paying
in Trump's
hundreds of
house.
billions of dollars. Individual countries paying hundreds of billions of dollars. You're seeing what everybody else is seeing. And we have a lot of things we can do. You know, one of the questions asked of me this morning is, are you going to make a dividend to the people? And the purpose of what I'm doing is primarily to pay down debt, which will happen in
Over
very
time.
large quantity. But I think there's also a possibility that we're taking in so much money that we may very well make a dividend to the people of America. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, he's outie, bro. He's bouncing. Yo, Irina, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Welcome in. Thank you, Mr. President. So there was something else that I saw, though, that... Tell me if this isn't the same thing, though. No, this is different.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Wait, no,
Kixie
this is the same
Wasserman.
thing.
Member of the U.S. Olympic Committee, Brad Snyder. Brad, thank you very much.
Oh, wait, this
Brad.
is just the questions
It's a
portions,
great
I
honor.
think.
Thank you. Chairman of the
Yeah.
2028
This is
Olympic
the same
Games.
thing. So I saw
Casey
something else
Wasserman,
that was
friend of
going
mine.
on that looked kind of crazy. I don't know if it's true, though, because I hadn't done any back looking on this, but something about Obama being arrested. Is that true, chat? What's going on with that? Did that happen? Yeah, apparently this is going on right now. Let's see if we can tap into this live.
Your grace. Father, we pray for those precious people in Central Texas. Father God, that have lost loved ones.
This
who have
can't
lost
be.
children,
This
who
is.
have
This
lost
looks like a
family
bait
members.
stream. I don't know,
Thank you, God,
guys.
for
Is
those
this?
on the
Is this
ground who are
real?
Working hard to, Father God, to help those to be recovered and rescued.
And that was done with Japan. They had their top people here. And,
Chat, I don't know if that's real.
We worked on it long and hard, and it's a great deal for everybody. I always say it has to be great for everybody. It's a great deal.
This looks like a past.
different from the
This looks
deals
like a
in the
bait
past, I
stream.
can tell
Is
you
that not
that.
right?
But
I want to say that that's a bait stream. We're gonna say it's a bait stream. I don't think so. I don't know. That was a toughie. Yeah, there's some stuff going on with Trump right now. Apparently he's
they hit every single tomahawk hit its target. It was amazing.
a what? Oh God, let's see what's going on with that. Okay, this is at the White House. When does he start? We popped in just at the right time. It looks like
Never
he's
been
just now
anything
starting.
like it. Even you, that's even a lot of money for you. But we have commitments.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That looks like a bait stream. We're not gonna check the Obama one out. But this one looks new. I mean, well, not new. This one is happening now. It's like White House streaming and stuff. So this is immediate. Set to make an announcement. We don't even get to know what it's about, chat. But I did see something about a bombing, and I saw is it Russia maybe? Christy, you said I'm all cut up on the streams. I just noticed you're loud now, so you need to upgrade. No, so look, I'm gonna put together a video covering the whole Terathon of the best moments. I did get footage of giving her the bag, but we were not live for it, or we were live for it, but I didn't use that camera, so I had to use a different camera. Look out for the video that covers the Terathon, and you'll see her getting the bag because I did get footage of it. She freaked out. Everybody make sure you subscribe so you can check that video out. We just did a 24-hour stream where we went crazy. I'm glad you just caught up though, Christy. All right, chat. This is the good thing about the InPost. We're just going to skip to when he comes out. I'm not going to.
You know, 5 people were seriously wounded and 2 very, very seriously hurt around 11 o'clock this morning.
Who?
The shooter is now in custody.
Wait, what? Oh, whoa.
Thank you very much.
Let's start from the beginning. Right here.
You know this gentleman, one of the truly great legends of our time, my book.
Who's that?
Before we begin, I'd like to say a few words
Chat,
about
who's
the
this?
shooting
Quick.
at Fort Stewart in
Fort
Georgia.
Stewart? Georgia?
As you know, 5 people were seriously wounded and 2 very, very seriously hurt around 11 o'clock this morning. The shooter is now in custody, and the Army Criminal Investigation Division is on site to ensure that the perpetrator of this atrocity, which is exactly what it is, will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The entire nation is praying for the victims and their families, and hopefully they'll fully recover.
Yo, that's tier 2. What's good, my guy?
Put this chapter
So proud of you,
behind,
son.
But we're not going to forget what happened. We're going to
So
take
proud of me. Thank
very
you.
Good care of this.
It was all
this,
because of you
person
two.
That did this
What's
horrible
good, Dad?
person.
Hey, the legends are in the
We're
chat.
pleased to welcome
You guys
to the
can
White
spam
House
your
one of
emotes
the
that no one else has.
Great and most esteemed business leaders and geniuses and innovators anywhere in the world. Apple CEO Tim Cook.
Oh, it was the
Amazing
app?
job.
No, that's not him.
Thanks
Yannick,
as well
thank you for the
to
sub on YouTube.
Secretary
Welcome
of
in.
Treasury Scott Bessent and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick for being here wherever you may be.
How do you guys show up at the same time? Did you both just get off work?
missed you.
Both my parents just got off
Today,
work.
Apple is announcing that it will invest $600 billion. That's with a B.
Yeah, we're doing an
in the
update hour
United
today.
States over the next 4 years.
That's going to be our stream.
Billion
We've
dollars more
recovered
than
from the
they were
Terathon.
originally going to invest.
Officially.
And this is the largest
No loud alerts
investment
on this
Apple has ever
stream.
made in America.
Just your normal
anywhere
normal
else.
sounds.
And it's just an honor
But
to
we
have
will
you.
have
As you
another
know,
sleep stream
Apple's
coming
been
up
an
soon. I
investor
got
in
one
other
planned out in a
countries. I won't
warehouse.
say which ones, but a
You guys
couple.
are going to love it.
And they're coming home.
Ian, thank you for the
$600
sub on
billion.
YouTube. Welcome
It's
in.
The biggest there is. The company is also unveiling its ambitious new American manufacturing program, which will bring factories and
A
assembly
lot of big
lines
stuff
across
coming
our
up for the channel here,
country,
guys. You're going
all
to see
roaring
at
to
least
life
like
areas
3
that
more
we're
huge
not doing
events
so
this
well. We're
month.
doing very well.
So
We
make sure
have
you sub. Make sure you check
about
me out.
$17 trillion
You're about to
coming
see a
into
lot
the
more of
United
me.
States, which is more than ever before. That's never even come close. There's never been anything like it. Even you, that's even a lot of money for you. But we have commitments of more than $17 trillion. That was as of a couple of weeks ago. These investments will directly create more than 20,000 brand new American jobs and many thousands more at the Apple suppliers like Corning, Broadcom, Texas Instruments, and Samsung. Who
I don't know if I'm winning or not.
As part
Yeah,
of this historic
Christy.
commitment, Apple will massively increase
I
spending
can't
on its
remember. The
domestic
game is,
supply chain for the iPhone and will build the largest and most
The
sophisticated
game was smoke
smart
one
glass
and
production
keep up with the
line
word
in
salad, and I
world,
think I'm
and
losing.
Harrodsburg, Kentucky, which is a great.
I think I'm
actually,
losing,
I
chat.
did very well there. I like it because
Pretty
I
sure.
said I did very well there. I did very well in Kentucky, but it's a great place. You're going to be very happy. I thought maybe while we're up, I'll interrupt my own speech by you might show them a little bit about the product that you're going to be doing in Kentucky, Tim.
Absolutely. Do you mind if I step up?
Yes, please.
This bond was made.
Ooh, Apple Box. It was the Apple guy.
And this glass.
We can't hear him. Somebody put a mic on him.
It's engraved for President Trump. It's a unique unit of one. It was designed by a U.S. Marine Corps corporal.
It's hurting my ears. There's like some kind of weird feedback. Feels like it's infecting my brain, like an alien wave.
And the base
They're trying to like.
comes from.
Chat, everybody, take your headphones off real quick. They might be trying to hack into our brain.
And it's I'll take the liberty.
There's like a frequency I can't quite understand, but I know it's like digging in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody take your headset off. Holly and Mike, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Welcome in.
Congratulations,
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
President.
It's
Thank you so
fantastic.
much.
The great people of Kentucky. You're going to find it a great place to do business. Too. Fantastic. Isn't that nice? We're doing these things now in the United States instead of
Oh, it's fixed.
other
Thank
countries,
goodness.
faraway countries.
I hope you guys didn't hear that like I
This is a
did.
significant step toward the ultimate goal of ensuring that iPhones sold in the United States of America also are made in America. With the mass infusion of capital it's announcing today, Apple will also build a 250,000 square foot server manufacturing facility in Houston and invest billions of dollars to construct data centers across the country from North Carolina to Iowa to Oregon.
Oregon.
That's big stuff. Apple will
Oregon?
also open state-of-the-art manufacturer economy. It's going to be a manufacturing academy in Detroit, and that's a great place to do. Well, you know, big things are happening in Michigan and Detroit. They're coming in because of what we've done with the, I call it the Great Big Beautiful Bill. I added
Oh,
one
Christy,
word,
I hope
great.
watching my stream
But we
de-stresses
have,
you.
the
Hope you have a good
probably
rest
the
of your day
biggest,
now that you're off, hopefully.
most comprehensive piece of legislation ever passed. It's going to mean unbelievable numbers of jobs and no jobs on, think of this, whether it's tips or overtime or Social Security, no tax. So no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime.
Chat, do
And
super
it's just a
chats count as
small
tips?
Bit of it. For Apple and others businesses, we're talking about the deductions and all of the things. And actually for people
We might have
that
to
go out and
clarify
buy a
some
car,
lines
first
here
time
at
it's ever
YouTube.
been
I might have
done,
to
we
ask
talk
some
about
questions.
deductions for companies, but they're going to be able to deduct interest when they borrow money to buy a car if it's made in America. It has to be made in America. So it is amazing. And one of the reasons I think I can say that Apple's coming here is the legislation we just passed with this kind of investment. Apple will also open
Hey, we like Samsung,
other
too.
facilities, rare earth magnets from Texas, and build. Oh, I love that you're doing this.
I like Samsung
love
better.
That. I love that. And build a brand new rare earth recycling line in Mountain Pass, California. I know that area. That's where they have a lot of truly rare earth. That's fantastic. I love that. And Apple will help develop and manufacture semiconductors and semiconductor equipment in Texas, Utah, Arizona, and New York. For years, Americans have watched as many of our leading tech giants built their factories overseas and exported American jobs abroad. But under the Trump administration, we're doing everything possible to make this the best place on earth to build a factory or grow businesses. I'm allowing them to build electric producing plants with their factory because otherwise
Dan
they'd have
Hindle,
to
thank
hook
you for the
into
sub on
grid. And I think
YouTube.
it's one of
Welcome
the
in.
biggest things we've done where you can build, Tim, your own electricity. You become your own
Well, I'm glad this is where you come, Dad.
manufacturer, and that
Let's
goes
fight
along with
those.
the plant. So you become a utility. So congratulations, now you're in the utility.
Oh, my
I
God,
hope,
Tim
I
Pool.
hope they don't value your
Not the Tim Pool
company based
again.
on utility, but that's okay. You're going to be making your own electricity, and as you probably know, for much of this and many of the things that we're doing, especially the AI, they would need actually double the electricity that the country now produces for everything. So it's massive electric, and they're going to be able to make their own, and they're getting very fast approvals. Lee Zeldin is
Patsy
doing a
Mullins,
fantastic
thank you for the
job,
sub on
including
YouTube. Welcome in.
with a 100% expensing on the one big beautiful bill in return.
I can
we're
assure you the
asking
people
our
of Michigan want
businesses
Trump to
invest
fall down the
in
stairs,
America,
preferably
and
the
they're
Lincoln
coming in at
Memorial
levels that
stairs.
we've never seen before. So
Okay, well,
I
we
don't
have
know
the
when it
official word
shows
in
up,
from Michigan.
But there are a lot of
Is that what the polls look
factories
like
and
there
a lot
too,
of
or
plants
is
that
it
are
primarily blue?
Either under construction or soon will be starting construction. So can't tell you exactly when, but I want to be
It would be
around
radically
in about a year
opposite
from
here,
now.
I think.
And 2
I'm
years
not
from
sure.
now, 'cause we're going to see
Mississippi
an
is blue
explosion,
or red?
I
I
think,
don't
like this
know.
country has never seen before.
Hmm.
Never. Today's announcement is one of the largest commitments
Pretty
in
sure
what
we're
has
red,
become
guys.
among the greatest
In Mississippi,
investment
I'm not too
booms in
sure.
our
I
nation's
don't follow
history,
it.
and we've
I don't
got the hottest
identify
country
with
anywhere in the
the
world. And I
states'
told you the story that
politics.
and Tim, I'll tell you, but I went to the Middle East and I was with Qatar, I was with UAE and the King of Saudi Arabia, all great leaders. And then I went to NATO and saw many great leaders, and we just finished that about 4 weeks ago. Virtually everyone said, in effect, that we were a dead country 1 year ago. America, this was a dead country. We were dying, we were dead. And now you've got the
I
hottest
think
country
Trump
anywhere in
climbs
the world.
escalators at most.
This would have never happened except
Yeah,
for
that makes sense.
certain people. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. NVIDIA is investing
NVIDIA?
500 billion.
Okay, that's
to go along with
crazy
Apple's 600
though,
billion.
guys.
600 billion.
NVIDIA is going
Micron,
crazy
great
with
company,
these
is
chip
investing
productions.
200
Like
billion. IBM is investing more than 150
AI is about
billion.
to skyrocket. It's
SoftBank
gonna be crazy.
is investing substantially
You guys
more than
better be
100 billion.
being nice to your
TSMC
electronics.
is investing
No more throwing
200
phones.
billion. Johnson & Johnson 55 billion. Merck, Stellantis, and General Motors are putting many, many billions in. They haven't determined the final number. And many other countries are investing tens of billions of dollars that I'm not going to give you the whole list because the list is too long to read. But it's hundreds of billions and even trillions. I mean, it's trillions of dollars that's being invested right now. Last week, it was announced that our economy grew at 3% in the second quarter, and consumer confidence is surging. Blue-collar wages are rising rapidly. Costs are way down. You know, I listen to these horrendous frauds.
Chat, I do this
on
every time we
CNN
have our
and various
update hour.
other,
What is the price of milk
fake
where you're
news
at right
networks.
now?
And they say costs are up.
I used to do
costs
eggs. We're
are
doing
down.
milk now. I want to know how much you need for a bowl of cereal.
Is down. It's going to soon, I believe, be
Price
less than
of a gallon of
$2
milk.
a gallon. It's around $2.40 right now. Many places,
says
other than
$2.40.
California, where they tax you out of business, but and a couple of others. But gasoline is way down. The price of groceries are down. How about eggs? When I first came here, my first week, the press hit me very hard on eggs. Eggs had quadrupled or something. I said, I didn't know about it. Give me a chance. I've just been here for 4 days. Well, eggs are down. Everything's down. Price is down. The only thing that's up is stock prices. That's really up, and that's through the roof. The stock market has been hitting all-time records, all-time highs. Last week, it was announced that our economy grew at levels that we haven't seen in a long time.
$3.39.
But the real levels
A gallon?
of growth
That
are
seems
gonna be
reasonable.
judged
$4
a year
is
from
about
now
where it
when you
is for
start
me,
seeing
too.
Some of these incredible plants because we have car
$2.28?
plants opening. They're coming
That's
in from
pretty
Canada,
low.
from Mexico,
It's half
and
of
from
what
all
I
over the
spend.
world.
And I thought I'm in
They're
a
coming
very
in because they like the way the election worked
low
out,
cost
but they
of
also
living
like
area.
the fact that they don't want to pay tariffs. And the tariffs, I think, will be we're
$2.50
taking in
in red
hundreds
states.
of billions of dollars in tariffs. I won't be so specific other than to say, because we don't even know what the final number is. We just
Gas
made a deal, as
$4.59.
you know, with the EU. where
Just
they're
bought a carton of
paying
milk for
hundreds of billions of
$3.79, but
dollars.
it's for my lactose
Japan
intolerant
paying
ads.
hundreds of billions
That might be a
of
little bit
dollars,
more pricey.
and numerous other countries paying hundreds of billions of dollars.
Christy gets
And,
the good milk.
we're not even completed there. And as you know, they found 25 billion 3 weeks ago. They said we have a surplus of $25 billion. And they said, where did this come from? I said, check the tariffs. And they checked. They said, you're right. That's where it came from. And
$5.49, Smitty. Where
This is
are you
just in
from?
its
That's
infancy.
insane. For I
So
would
we
not
have
buy. I
a
wouldn't buy
great
milk.
country. We have a country that is going to be very rich. It's a country that we're very proud of, but it's going to be very rich. And it's companies like Apple. They're coming home. They're all coming home. And we want them to come home. They have to come home. We're going to treat them really well. We're going to be putting a very large tariff on chips and semiconductors. But the good news for companies like Apple is if you're building in the United States or have committed to build without question, committed
Gas
to
is
build in the United
$3.39 down
States,
the street,
there
but it's
will
crazy
be no
here
charge.
in Flint.
In other words, we're not going
You
to
go
be
down the
charging,
street
so
a
lot
mile
of
and it's 40 cents
countries,
cheaper.
A lot of
I would
companies
drive that
are
mile
leaving
every time. You know what
various
I'm
other
saying?
places, and they're coming
And
to
fill
the
up.
United States. So in other words, we'll be putting a tariff on of approximately 100% on chips and semiconductors. But if you're building in the United States of America, there's no charge.
He's full of
even though
shit.
you're
And
building,
Cali gas is
and you're
$4.50,
not producing
80,
yet in
20.
terms of
Hamburgers
the big numbers
$8.99 a
of
pound.
jobs
Milk
and
is
all of the things
$4.29.
that you're building.
That's
If
that's
you're
pretty
building,
similar.
there
You're a
will
little
be
bit
no
more
charge.
expensive
So
than where I
I just want
am.
everyone to know that, and I didn't even tell you that inside. We discussed
Milk
the
is
concept.
$3.29 in
but I
Anchorage.
didn't, so it's a
That's
big
about where-
factor.
that's
So
about where I am.
100% tariff on all chips and semiconductors coming into the United States. But if you've made a commitment to build, or if you're in the process of building, as many are, there is no tariff. Okay? If for some reason you say you're building and you don't build, then we go back and we add it up, it accumulates, and we charge you at a later date. You have to pay, and that's a guarantee. So that's a big statement, and I think the chip companies are all coming back home. They're all coming back. You know, we started with Intel, and gradually Intel was just over the coals. They were
How is
taken to the
gas cheaper in
cleaners,
Detroit
frankly,
right now? With
and moved to other places, in particular
I'll wager
Taiwan.
334.
But I think a lot of those companies are coming
Yeah,
back.
where's
and they're
July's
coming back
stimulus
very
money?
rapidly, so that's a big
Schmitty,
statement,
thank you for the sub on
100%
YouTube, my man. Stick around.
I want to thank you very much. Tim, would you like to say a few
He's the
words
guy
about
for
your
real.
company, please?
Tim, come talk about Apple. This
Good
is Tim
afternoon,
Pool, guys.
everyone.
This is you guys
Mr.
think I look
President,
like?
Thank you very much for having me here today. You've been a great advocate
No
for
way.
American innovation and manufacturing, and I'm grateful for your leadership and your commitment. That's a commitment we share at Apple because American innovation is central to everything we do. Our products are designed here, we're hiring and growing here, and we support 450,000
Yo,
jobs
appreciate the
with
flower.
thousands of suppliers and partners in all 50 states.
Yes, sir.
Earlier
See
this year,
Jesus.
we made our largest ever spending commitment, $500 billion to the U.S. over the next 4 years. That's already yielding results. Earlier this year, we broke ground on a new factory in Houston to make advanced AI servers.
I'm not listening
And
to
just
Trump.
last
I'm
month,
just reading the
very
chat. It's much
first
more fun.
test
That's what
unit
I
rolled
do,
off the
chat.
factory's line,
That's
proudly
why.
made in
That's why I
America.
forget where we are most of the time.
President
I'm reading
Trump
your
shared
guys'
some
chat.
kind words
It's
about that
crazy.
work.
It's like an hour of
But
trying to keep up with
he
you guys.
also asked us to think about what more we could commit to doing. And Mr. President, we took that challenge very seriously. I'm glad to be here with you today, and I'm very proud to say that today we're committing an additional $100 billion to the United States, bringing our
We don't want to
total
talk
US
about the prices of
investment to
houses, Val.
$600 billion
Blaine,
over
thank
the
you for the
next
sub
4
on
years.
YouTube, my man. Finally,
As a
I
part
got
of
you
this,
in.
we're launching Apple's American Manufacturing Program. It will spur even more production right here in America.
Why is
for
Tim Apple
critical
up there?
components used in Apple products all around the world. And we're thrilled to announce that we've already signed new agreements with 10 companies across America.
He's
to
reading
do
from an
just
Android
that.
tablet? No way.
First, with today's announcements, I'm
Chat,
proud to
that's
say
wild
that Apple
accusations.
is leading the creation of an end-to-end silicon supply chain right here in America, from design to equipment to wafer production to fabrication to packaging. In Texas, we're working with manufacturers like Texas
PS6 is
Instruments,
cooked?
Global
Oh,
Wafers
yeah.
America, and Applied Materials. We're working with Amcor in Arizona and Broadcom and Global Foundries in New York. Thanks to President Trump's vision, and with his help in his first term, we also led the way to bring TSMC to Arizona by committing to be their first and largest customer. Today, they're producing tens of millions of chips for Apple using one of the most advanced process technologies in America today. We're going to keep working with our suppliers to move even more of this incredibly advanced work to America. And this year alone, American manufacturers are on track to make 19 billion chips for Apple in 24 factories across 12 different states. Second, we're committed to buying American-made advanced rare earth magnets developed by MP Materials, which will become part
That
of
says
Apple's
reading the chat is
devices
1,000
shipped
times
around
more
the
interesting
world.
than listening to the Orange and
MP
supporters.
is the only fully integrated rare earth producer
Yeah.
in the United States, and with this partnership,
Guys,
they'll be significantly
remember what I tell
expanding
you
their
every time,
flagship
okay?
facility in Fort
It doesn't
Worth,
matter which
Texas.
side you're on, blue,
We're
red,
also
green, yellow,
thrilled
orange.
to work together on a cutting-edge
If you
rare
live in
earth
America, I feel like you
recycling
should at
line
least
in Mountain
take
Pass,
some of this in so you
California.
know what's going on in your country. Like,
And third,
I'm not a
in
supporter either
Kentucky,
way. I didn't even vote
we've
in this
worked with our
last
partners at
election. I'm not
Corning
going to lie to you
build
guys.
the world's largest
But
and most advanced smartphone
I do
glass
listen, you
production
know what I'm
line.
saying, just so
And
I
I'm pleased to
know
announce that
what's
very
happening in my
soon,
country.
This is for the first
Christy,
time
the
ever,
TTS is
every
on, but there's
single
no
new
loud alerts.
iPhone
It's just the
and
corn
every
hub.
single new Apple
The
Watch
corn,
sold
guys,
anywhere
corn
in the world
with the C.
will contain cover glass made in Kentucky. In addition
All the
to the
long
American
alerts are turned off because the
manufacturing program,
politics
we're also
crew they don't like
significantly
it.
growing our investments in AI,
They all vanish when the loud
including
alerts go
expanding
off.
data center capacity in North Carolina, in
But I
Nevada,
did throw the
in
corn hub
Iowa,
one in there,
Arizona,
just in case.
and Oregon. So we're going to keep making investments right here in America. We're going to keep hiring in America. And we're going to keep building technologies at the heart of our products right here in America. Because we're a proud American company, and we believe deeply in the promise of this great nation. Thank you all, and thank you, President Trump, for putting American innovation and American jobs front and center. Thank you, sir.
Great honor.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. What a job he's done. What a job. Incredible. I want to thank you very much, and thank you, JD, for helping along. Good job. Really good job. Any questions, please?
Mr. President,
Yes.
you promised on the campaign trail to bring forth a manufacturing renaissance. You just mentioned $17 trillion in your first 7 months or so.
Like
Can you
a,
talk about
thank
how
you for the
investment
sub on
like this,
YouTube. Welcome
all
in.
the other ones that you laid out will positively impact the millions of Americans that trusted you with their vote?
Thank you very much. It changes our country. I mean, our country is a very different country than it was 6 months ago. And people
Guys,
like Tim are
the
coming. We had
sounds
Mike
on
Run in
TT,
yesterday. We had
I turned
all
them
of
off to
the
protect
big,
you guys. You
great
guys have been
companies that you
donating
read
too much
about,
recently.
You don't know about, but
y'all
you
need
read
to take
about.
a few days off.
Many of them were making products outside of our country. Foolishly, we lost them. If we had the right person sitting in that seat, that would have never happened
It's
20
to
and 30
protect
years
you guys
ago.
too, Christy.
When you look at the chip business,
You guys
it
need a
would
few
have
days
never
off. You've done so much
left
already.
Our shores. We had
I want to let
100%
y'all
of
breathe a
chips
little bit. You know what I'm
originally,
saying?
And then we
Just
slowly
relax.
got taken down to nothing.
There's plenty of time in the world
We have
for sleep
the
streams and crazy,
biggest chip companies,
crazy content.
both of them, but we have the biggest in the world.
Guys, we just hit
coming in. They're
100
going to
likes. Thank you,
Arizona and
guys.
beyond. And we're going to have, in a short
It's the little
period of time,
victories.
we'll be up to almost 50% of the chips from starting in nothing. And that's something. But we have the greatest companies in the world coming into our...
Oh, by the way, guys, this stream is sponsored by me. Go check out my latest content. We just did some crazy stuff, like a 24-hour live stream where chat funded the whole thing. You will get to check it out. I'm going to chop it up and make a really pleasing video. But the lives are up already. And there's a clip up already, I think, on my shorts. So make sure you guys sub up and go check out my other content. We got big stuff coming soon.
country, and that means jobs.
The sponsors are right here. Everybody, W Death Player and Christy.
Brian?
Yes, sir. Congratulations on this investment.
I only get 1 day off.
Thank you.
Deal.
Great example of putting America
Deal,
first.
Christy.
What does the labor force look like to fill these jobs that you have? Do we have enough skilled American workers to fill these?
You mean in your normal
we do
job
have
too?
a lot of workers,
You
and we
get
have a
1
lot
day
of
off in your
workers
normal
that
job?
hadn't
There's
been
no
looking
way.
for work because they were disincentivized, frankly.
That's a lot.
People like Tim have
Like, of
tremendous
working
schools
days.
and training centers that they build along with a lot of their big plants where they train people on whether it's glass, like in Kentucky, or computers, or whatever they might be doing. It's a complex world, and they train people, and they do a great job. So it's a whole new workforce. Now, we have a lot of them in energy because, you know, they've always liked energy. As you know, coal has opened up big. We brought it back and brought it back in a very large way. You know, China's right now building 58 coal-fired plants, 58 big ones. And here we were saying we don't take coal. We have more coal than anybody else in the world. We have more oil and gas than anybody else in the world. But we have tremendous energy jobs, and the energy, as you know, we're booming with energy. And that's why the gasoline prices are down. Costs are down. I just hope when they watch these shows, I watch this, I won't use names because I just make them better known that nobody knows who they are. But I watch this group of people.
Yo,
on,
Chaz, thank you for the sub on
CNN,
YouTube.
and
Welcome in.
MSDNC too, the same thing, where they say, well, costs have gone up. Costs haven't gone up, they've gone down. I'm telling you, the thing that's gone up is stock prices, and success of our country. Our country is really, really doing well, successful. Yes, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. President, have Putin and Zelensky agreed to a summit yet? And where and when would that be?
Well, there's a very good prospect that they will. And we haven't determined where, but we had some very good talks with President Putin today. And there's a very good chance that we could be ending the round, ending the end of that road. That road was long and continues to be long, but there's a good chance that there will be a meeting very soon. Excuse me?
How close do you think
Well, I don't want to say. It's, I've been disappointed before with this one. You know, we've solved 5 wars, plus add to that Iran, where we wiped out
Christy
their
and I own
nuclear
you.
capacity for weapons.
Yep, but it's all
We
good
had
money.
A weapon within 2 months.
Hey,
maybe
look,
less.
you're right at
And
this
that
point.
was
You know what I'm
totally
saying?
obliterated. Turned
I
out
can't
it
let my
was a
sponsors
total
down.
Obliteration.
I got to keep
And,
improving everything in
the
this
pilots
stream.
and the people that did
Everything that I
job
do
are
is going to
really-
keep
we have the
improving. You guys are
greatest-
going to see
we
crazy
have the
clips and
greatest
crazy
armed
stuff go
forces
on
in the
soon.
world, but that was really something.
Might as
In
well
fact,
sub
there's
now so you could say I was here
a
early.
model of the plane right there. So, you know, you got to bring that up, Susie. We have to see that. Look at this. This was just given to me.
Guys, we've
You know, we
just
ordered
reached the end of our
brand new
update
B-2
hour.
bombers.
But I'm going to let
This
it.
is a plane.
Let me see what they're talking about the
over
B2
a period
bombers.
of
'cause that-
36 hours of constant flying. Look at this. So this is the brand new one they just ordered. Similar, but actually quite different.
Who bombed
It's,
what?
new and enhanced.
We're-
It's an amazing machine. It went 36 hours. We had 52 tankers up in the air loading up our planes because this was surrounded by F-22s and
Where?
F-35s.
Just
and it
tell
was
me where
flawless,
before I have to
Tim.
end the
Even
update
you would
hour.
say it was flawless. And every one of those bombs hit their target.
Where was the
And
target?
then we had Tomahawks shot in from a submarine 300 miles away, and they hit every single Tomahawk hit its target. It was amazing.
For what?
And that was a big threat. That was a nuclear threat. And here's the new one that we just ordered.
Are they talking
a
about
large number of them?
the one that we already did or a new one? Okay, I can't sit for the questions, guys. The update hour is finished. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys enjoyed today's updates, hit that sub button and check out what I'm telling you guys. Look, you're going to see some crazy stuff come across this channel. You might as well sub now. You might as well sub now. Appreciate you guys for staying along today. Christy, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Death, and make sure you sit back, bro. You already know what I'm saying. Go to the gas station. Saba Baba, my homie, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Coming in right at the end. Welcome in. Guys, thank you for being along with me today. And I got some editing to do because I'm about to post some good stuff. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.